You're watching Radigan Talks Social. Today's topic, why music reaction videos are popular on YouTube. And now, here's your host, Tom Radigan.
Okay. All right, we are going. All right, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, Tom Radigan here, and we are doing another topic video, and this time we are talking about why music reaction videos are becoming really popular on YouTube. And with me here, I've got two wonderful guests. I've got Mike Murillo and Jordan Hall. Say hi, guys.
Hi. Whoever's watching.
We also have another guest that you've seen who is in the previous video, Anthony, but he's having some technical issues, but he'll probably pop up soon, or he might not. He's always late to everything, which is like his podcast, if you want to catch it out, it'll be in the link in the description. But anyway, so let's begin with this topic that's been on my mind for a while. So, like, I've noticed on YouTube, honestly, a few months ago, that music reaction videos were becoming more popular, of reacting to songs from The Police, Led Zeppelin, even Vanilla Ice, you know? I mean, just like any big artist out there. And it's becoming like a real trend. And the first, like, channel I can think of is Twins. Well, yeah, Twins is the new trend. And, like, it was interesting because it was like, at first I was like, wait, like they've never I found out they were like the same age as me, and they never heard these songs before because they had a different background when they were grew up in a very religious background, so they didn't really hear as much rock songs as much. And they were listening, and then their friends started recommending them these songs, and that's kind of how the idea started. And it's cool because it's like it's really interesting too. I find out that like seeing people listening to music for the first time, I think like is always something fun when you listen to a song that you love and you get hooked on, and having that first moment to a song it's nothing like everything else. And like I have those memories, I'm sure you guys do, of listening to a song for the first time that you are in love with now and have been in love with for years now because of it. And yeah, it's just something that's really, I think, just a great moment and just a nice little pleasure, I think. What do you guys think about all this?
I think I like the concept because there's a difference between just telling somebody, oh, I love this song, than just seeing them progressively fall in love with it and respect it. And then afterwards, I like when people afterwards give their first reaction to it. Yeah. And then later, like a week later, they're like, oh, now I like they can go from hating a song to loving it. I like the reaction, like if somebody hates a song, they're like, oh my God, like I'm never gonna like this. And then a week later, they're like, what is wrong with me? I love this song now. So I love seeing the progression of the first time they listen to it to when they grow to respect it.
Right.
And I also like seeing that as a video too, because I like seeing people opening their minds to different types of music and just like, yeah. Sorry. Hi, Anthony.
Hey, Anthony, we got him.
Oh, and here's another thing. I like seeing the reactions to people's music, especially the own artist who's watching it, because it's one thing to get sales and get like album sales and get views on your stuff, but it's one thing to actually see the emotions of your own fan reacting to the music. It means more, to see it rather than just getting all the money and getting all the sales. If you see the emotions of the actual person, it's like, wow, they really do like my stuff. You're not just seeing statistics, you're seeing real emotions. Like they genuinely are invested. That's the biggest thing, I think.
Yeah. Mike, what's your take on this?
I definitely think that nowadays, especially the way we're living in, people want to express their feelings and they want to listen to other things. So they're more open to listening to different kind of genres, more than just, like, I know, for instance, hip-hop is very popular, but I've been kind of noticing a trend that maybe pop or rock or heavy metal are more taking over, because there's a lot of songs like that that can really touch the soul. And not to mention, there's a lot of people that are our age, and believe it or not, they haven't heard of some of the artists that we listen to. So it's it can be kind of like a culture shock to them as well, because it's like, wow, I never listened to this artist before because I'm so stuck on Ariana Grande, which is so stupid. Now maybe I can go on to something else that I've never listened to. So I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's like kind of the thing I've noticed. Like, people who are 2 years older than me are like now sometimes I see on social media like, oh wow, I never heard this stuff from like this group from like the 70s before, or hell, even like this group from like the early 90s. Like, wow, this is really interesting and this is cool. I'm glad I'm into it now. So Anthony, now because I know you joined in a little bit late, so we're talking about like why music reaction videos are becoming really popular on YouTube, and like just of how like it, I guess it's cool that people can capture the moment of listening to that, that great time of listening to a song for the first time, that wonderful moment. What is your take on that?
That can really apply to anything. I'm not sure if you noticed, but reaction videos in general have been getting more popular. Like, right. Whether it's music or reacting to different movies or TV shows or video games, but especially anything from like, I guess back in the day, yeah, that stuff is getting more traction because, think about it like this. So you have people like us that could be listening to something from from the 60s or even further back than that.
Now, so this leads me to like another question that is kind of like an opposite kind of, thing of what we're talking about now is like, there is some criticism, and this isn't just for the music reaction videos. I mean, I've heard these like, debates even before this kind of reacting to music has become a big trend. I mean, I've noticed like I feel like reacting to music has become more of a big trend since like 2020, honestly. But like, but before,
nothing to do, to be honest.
What? Oh yeah.
It had nothing to do. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
Look at it that way too. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I think the thing too is that I've noticed too is like, because my friends would say to me like, "There's like, oh, I don't like when people react to stuff because they're getting successful on other people's content." And like in some ways, it's like, yeah, I mean there can be times where somebody can like something that is a reaction video that has maybe more likes than the actual video. I don't know if that's ever been a case in scenario. I'm sure that is, but what do you guys think of that? I mean, do you think like people shouldn't be doing them because of that? I mean, like, what would you think there?
Oh, people should continue to do it.
Like, I mean, but like, I guess like to add a little bit more of a thought to the question is that like, do you think it's like, so let's say if they're reacting to like, is there a specific content that people like it's better to react to than not? Like, would you say like maybe like, oh, reacting to a song is maybe better than reacting to like maybe like a video or a game, because in a sense because these musicians already are it's $1 million industry already. These people already are successful. They don't need money. They're going to be making more money already, and they could probably the record companies will probably reach out to the content creators anyway and take the ads from the videos and the money anyway from them, except from like more that like do you think that's better for people to react to those kind of stuff than like little people?
Not really. Oh, can I go?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
No, not really, because I feel like they shouldn't be limited. You can do anything as long as they're not like making money off of their reaction videos. As long as there's nothing wrong with that. You don't need to ask permission to use, like, I get it if they're playing the music out loud, but if they censor it and at least just give us their reaction, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with your reaction. You're your own person. You can't like.
Yeah.
You reacting to the music is not their content. You know what I mean? You can't be copyrighted for reacting to something.
Yeah, let's say they really like it.
And
let's say the reaction is really positive, then they can sell more things. So.
And if it's what you enjoy doing, if it makes you happy and you want to show it to the internet and show everybody what music you like, it also shows your personality. It opens up everybody else. It makes people go, oh, I didn't know that you liked this music. Maybe I should listen to it too. It inspires. And you don't have to make money off of it. I don't think you should make money off of it. It should just be something that's fun and that you enjoy doing, basically. You should not be limited. So I disagree with that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, good. I'm just like asking the questions to the moderators. So
yeah.
But let me ask you this though: who's the ones really having a problem with this? What, the companies?
Are they?
Well, I don't know. I mean, the only reason why I would guess this is because it's like, listen, copyright. I think Prince always put this the best because he always controlled his music. Like out of all the artists, he probably had more control on tightly controlled copyright than any other artist probably. And I mean, some ways, yeah, it's like when you're a creator, no matter what, you know, you don't want people to like, you know, even though people love it and all that, you don't want people taking advantage of it. You are getting, you know, pleasure and like getting vows for something that you did not create and that's not yours to give to people. And it's like, I remember there was this John Oliver joke of like when, you know, politicians were using songs in their rallies and stuff like that. And there was like a joke of song of like saying like, don't use our songs, it's just wrong. It might seem appealing, but you're just stealing. And it's like the crowd might like it, but you didn't write it, you know, and stuff like, which in some ways is true. But I think like with reacting and when it comes to YouTube, I think people should be aware that they're probably not going to make money on these ad videos. Like I mentioned like a guy the last time who Anthony also watches too is JT Curtis, who did History of Rock videos. And he does video, and his channel's been popular for like over 6 years, even though he's been on YouTube since like the beginning of YouTube. But because he got really like more popular doing these videos of the history of rock and roll, and they're really funny and entertaining, and like they have of course clips from, you know, from music artists from all over the place, and he has so many like copyright claims that come in all the time, and he's always able to dispute them because they're educational. And he's made it clear like he does not make money off of them. And even though there are ads on there, they all go to the record company. So it's like I think it's like you gotta like I think in some ways it is hard because it's like when you're a content creator and this is your thing, you do want to make money, but you know, and it might be a little bit too like, you know, it's like they're not like the music companies are greedy and they're not going to share with you. They don't care that you edited like you created your intro, you made like, you know, the whole video and just added the song for like 20 seconds. They'll want the whole money for the video. Like they don't care. They're not going to. That's the thing.
That's unfair.
Oh, that's unfair. And that's the thing. It's like you wonder like. And sometimes I get, you know, even though I talk about music, I don't use like actual music in the videos because in case I do want to get money, I don't want to have to deal with these copyright claims coming in because it's a pain, and you don't want a copyright strike, and you don't want these claims coming in all the time, like, you know, interfering with your channel. So I like
you can always use instrumental though.
I've heard that, but I sometimes wonder if that's just like, you know, like kind of a rumor that just spread out around being the truth, because like in some videos I've researched when I was like, you know, really starting to get into YouTube, some people will say they can sue you for using just like 8 seconds of a song, you know, like just like
yes, they can.
That's insane. It's only 8 seconds. Sorry.
Oh, if you use 20 seconds, you're fine. No, like
I could. No, it could definitely happen. Look, there was a rap group in the 1990s. They were called Arrested Development. They did the song Tennessee, and I think it sampled like I think it was a beginning of a Prince song. Like the way the song starts, like
sampling.
Tennessee, like it's a sample.
Yeah.
It's only used for a few seconds, and they got copyright for it, so they had to.
That's unfair.
Like when I was first like starting to make some songs and I posted them on YouTube, they actually got copyrighted, despite those original songs.
Oh, I think it's possible you told me that too.
Yeah, you told me that too.
Yeah, I told the issue.
Probably told everybody.
Wait, but why did they get copyrighted?
I was talking to this about Anthony too. It's like because like even when you ask like permission to use those songs in the video, you sometimes like the artist's permission, funny or not, isn't always enough. You have to ask, like, you can ask like the artist and they give you full permission, still get a copyright claim because you didn't contact the publishing company. The publishing company final say.
Because they're the one who made it and they're the one who like.
Yeah, because it's like even the songwriter, if the songwriter doesn't own their publishing and stuff like that, and the guy whoever owns their publishing, they have the final right. They have,
that's insane.
That's the thing that's so funny is that they have more right than the artist. I mean, that's why you've heard over the years of all these people that were fighting to, you know, get theirs, had to buy their own songs. Like,
they buy the catalog, buy their masters.
Yeah. Like, and that's why there are artists, like, there was a story recently of Taylor Swift, like, she's gonna re-record her songs so she can own her masters and stuff like that. And that's why some artists do that. It's like, and I think it's like they record their own music, they record the songs that they got famous with and just like do all that. I noticed that in the past, but I don't think like what it means is just because they'll like own their masters because of those songs. That doesn't mean like on the radio you'll hear just those versions. You'll still hear the original versions, and that they'll own them. But in order for them to, I think own them before they can get sold on auction or something like that, they can, they all have to record them to get the full right. I think it's a whole legal thing, probably. There's probably a thing about it that like even like some videos I could probably even find more research about it.
Yeah, it's a whole complicated process. Like that's unfortunately how like the music industry works.
Yeah.
Record labels and stuff. Like that's why you have to be careful. And this is for all like upcoming artists. You need to check like what you're signing.
Oh yeah.
Read the fine print. Nobody does.
Yeah, no. Always read the fine print. Always.
But this is why I tell people like they really. I think it's better just to be independent. And while yes, you're gonna have to put in more work to get out there, the benefit is much better in the end.
Yeah. Now, Mike, what's your take on all this?
Yeah, I've been the quiet one.
Yeah.
And then I'm like in the middle, and then Anthony's like always taking charge.
No, I mean like, do you know the copyright strike? Obviously, it is kind of stupid. To me, I kind of just always go with instrumental, and nothing is wrong with that. So
yeah,
I would recommend that you go with instrumental simply because of the fact, and not to mention sometimes the instrumental can actually sound good. So that's my personal opinion on it. I mean, I don't think the copyright thing should really be a big deal, just as long as you know how to do it. Sometimes the lyrics aren't great, but the music behind it could be really good. So maybe you want to use that instead.
Yeah, and also another thing I do notice that some people do, like another guy I watch his videos for, like he doesn't really use any of like the actual music he talks about, but he'll use like certain. I don't even think he uses instrumentals, but I think what he'll do is, I don't know if this is his own music because I know he's a musician himself, but like also I have noticed this from other people is that you can get like you can find public domain music that like sounds similar or has that similar sound to that style of the artist, and put that in there to make it more of a film, make it more of a like kind of entertaining, realizing okay, like yeah, like I'm getting the whole picture now, because
royalty-free music
is not always the right thing, and sometimes like, you have to be careful with pictures too, because it's like with like the whole thing like with Google Images, like that's like the thing that like some people go on like those stock free sites. I mean, you can use Google Images if you go on like because they have an option saying if you want to use it for commercial use, you can click on that, and those photos will pop up. That you don't get a lot of choices, but like I know that there will probably even be some big creators that even use Google photo images that are considered still copyright. I mean, sometimes people don't think like the images matter. I don't know anybody who's gotten like a copyright claim because of an image. I'm sure it happens. I've heard like the stuff about. I've heard when I was doing research on it, I heard people saying like do not use Google Images and stuff like that. And I think that at least on blogs, because my mom's a blogger, and like at least bloggers that she knew had put up Google Images on their site, and apparently they got like hundreds. They got like like lawsuits, that like actual lawsuits where they actually had to pay off like really like terrible like lawsuits.
Tom, you have a lot to say on this. Are you worried about getting copyrighted?
What?
Are you worried about getting copyright strike? Is that what it is? You have a lot to say about this.
Well, yeah, I guess I have a lot to say just because of over the years of creating stuff. That's kind of like, it's sort of what like kind of kind of made me. I mean, not like it like got me to stop like enjoying YouTube and all that, but it definitely makes it more of a challenge because it's like of more stuff I heard from YouTubers all over the years, and even from people I knew who did get these strikes. Some videos that I have had where I did have an image that was like not commercial use. I took it off, but sometimes I'll put it back on every now and then, like it's just because it's like, but I think sometimes you like have to just like go with it, because you can technically, you shouldn't have to feel like you can't do that stuff, because for YouTube's purpose is for like fair use. A lot of people use fair use, and we shouldn't have to feel like penalized from these big companies that like we can't use their stuff, because like we're just people who are fans of this stuff, and that we're just trying to like tell people about it and all that stuff, and just like honestly getting more people into that stuff, into their thing, like whether it's a movie or music, and then technically we're honestly helping them make more money. So they shouldn't be complaining to us because we're not really going to probably be even making that much money. Even if we did have a following of ads and stuff like that, we wouldn't probably make, like, even if you had, like, anybody can, well, that's the one thing too, anybody can make money on YouTube with ads. Even if you have like 2 or 3 subscribers, you're not going to make much at all, but you'll make something. But it's like, we're definitely, but even if we did have a big following and we did get the money to our ads, we wouldn't probably make as much as like other, you know, as the artists would if like they like got popular off those videos because of that. And like the thing too is, from my notice from content creators, is that most people who do get money on YouTube, even the big ones, apparently don't like don't get as much money on there either. They make more money off of their merchandise and brand deals and all that they get, you know? Like YouTube's money, like I've always heard, like YouTube doesn't pay the way that they should, even to their highest creators.
Wow, you took every word out of all of us.
You made your point. You're standing your ground.
The whole like, I'm like, oh, it just all let out.
This is a good place to rant, honestly.
Sorry, what were you saying? Yeah, you want to add, Pat?
Yeah. So, all right. First and foremost, YouTube's copyright system is completely broken.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even matter if the music isn't like non-copyrighted. They'll still find a way to copyright it.
Yeah.
So, you know, you gotta be careful with that. Like, I've seen some people, again, use instrumentals. I've seen people use like 8-bit versions or 8-bit recordings of like popular songs.
Oh yeah, I have.
Like, background, whatever. But when it comes to the whole like, you know, fair use and all that, there's something you guys have to understand too. And this is probably going to cause my channel, but YouTube doesn't care about you.
They're there to make money.
Yeah, because they have a lot of views, Anthony. Yeah, because Anthony, you're being watched. All right, so you gotta be careful with what you say.
Yeah,
this is gonna be posted, so real careful, bro.
YouTube does not care about you. Actually, what I say is,
see, there you go. You said it again. You gotta be careful.
Google. Look,
it's free speech.
Look, you see how they have a bunch of celebrities getting on there now, and they've been promoting them a lot more, regardless if you're following them or not. Well, those are the people who they're now prioritizing. Sometimes even more so than the people that than the high, like really high people, unless they themselves have become celebrities.
So wait, so just so I understand, you mean the people that don't have a lot of subscribers, they're not prioritizing on that?
No, they're not. No, I'm saying like celebrities, like actual celebrities.
Like you mean they do care about them, or they
terrified?
No, they care about them. No, I say they prioritize them more.
Yeah.
Okay. I understand.
Yeah, so it's them at the top, then it's the most popular like YouTubers.
Yeah.
And then there's us.
And then there's all of us. Yeah.
No, I think it's even lower, Anthony.
Yeah, we're going
then it's like the cat that plays the piano, and then there's like person who's looking at fish, and then there's like the simple stuff, and then like this is everything. We're like down here, maybe even lower.
Yeah,
we're down here, maybe like.
No, we're below.
If you can only see my hand, I'm touching
Shark Tail.
If you can only see my hand, I'm touching the ground, and I still can't get even lower. So.
See, the thing is that unfortunately, I think we are at the bottom because the people that care, I think, the most about wanting to make great content on YouTube, I think they're the ones at the bottom, because the ones that make the short little videos with the cats or the or the little baby being like, ouch, like they're the ones that are going to get a lot of followers, and just for that. And yeah, Jordan, you're raising your hand.
So this goes back to, I don't mean to like reference your other videos, but this goes back to like, how, I think I was talking about how stupid things become big, or like how people become big, but now this is with videos instead of people. It's like, how does the cat playing the piano get over an educational video that doesn't get anything? Or somebody creating their own music doesn't get as much as, I don't know, 2 cats hugging. Like the simple things are getting, even just on Instagram, taking a picture of salad or something, that gets millions of views. But if you like draw this amazing painting, it's nothing. It's like the most meaningless stuff people like now. There's no more good content out there anymore. It's just all stupid, mindless. That's why TikTok is famous now, in my opinion. It's just short stuff. It's just in your face, obvious stuff is famous now.
Okay, yeah. Why don't we go to to the closing arguments now? So yeah. So is that your? Do you want to say anything else for your closing argument, Mike? Or?
Was there ever even an argument to begin with? I think we all agreed with each other. No?
Yeah, I guess we all did. No, I just or final thoughts or whatever, you know.
I said. Oh, sorry.
Oh. No, go ahead. Ladies first.
I'm the only lady here. I say that music reacting is fine as long as you're not making it's not taking over your life and you're not using it as your main job. I think it's fine as a form of self-expression. And you do whatever you want to do, no limits. As long as you're not trying to profit off of the songs, you're good. And I approve.
Mike?
I think it's great. I think the loophole, what I just said, is if you want a song, just go through instrumental. That's the way to go. You know, there's a lot of videos that people could be creative with. Just use the instrumental. That's the way it is. I mean, YouTube is the way, you know, to copyright. You're going to get copyrighted at some point, so you can't really change that. Unless you're pretty big, but, you know, if you have a small audience, you're probably going to get copyrighted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anthony?
Yeah, definitely keep doing live reactions. And, you know, if artists complain about you, say, you know, I'm doing you a favor. I'm putting your stuff on the map. You should be thanking me.
Right.
As I get more views from you.
View stealer.
Well, then I guess to wrap up, with just my thought, of this. Yeah, I mean, no, I guess with the music reaction videos, yeah, I think keep doing what you're doing. I think also too, it's it is a fun thing to have on the internet, and it's something that something I relate to because music is my life, and it really is something cool to have of listening to a song for the first time. I mean, that is a magical moment, and I sometimes wish when I was in middle school, I just recorded myself listening to music and stuff like that, because maybe my channel would have been big, but it's such a great feeling to have when you listen to a first song, and to even have it on video, I think makes it more special, because you can go back years later and be like, oh, remember when I listened to this song for the first time? Yeah, I think it's a sweet moment. Yeah,
Agreed.
And I think, so I think that wraps up this video. I'd like to thank my guests on this panel, Mike, Jordan, and Anthony. Want to say
thank you. Gracias. Thank you.
Yeah, they cut me off, Tom. Yeah.
This is my second time being here. Pleasure as ever.
I didn't know if I cut you off. That was the internet's fault. Yeah, that's the internet. I'm blaming that all on the internet.
Let's blame everything on the internet.
Yeah. Let's blame everything. Yeah, it's the internet. But,
Thank you for watching this edition of Radigan Talks Social. This episode was brought to you by Rad Mad Productions. If you liked this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more. See you next time.